Oh my goodness.
And we are live. So hello everyone in the chat, and hello to Sean and Chris C, the slasher dude.
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, Jason? What's up, Chris? You know, apparently because like my channel is like, I guess, still on probation or something, I'm like limited to making community posts and videos. I can only make a certain amount of things in one day before it's like, you need this verification code and all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
All right. And that's all from putting on a GIF. That's all
Yeah.
from putting on
I know,
what
dude. It's like, I'm surprised I didn't get fired from my job, you know? Like, I'm surprised I still have my job, you know?
DC, man. Gotta love it.
That is.
But yeah, other than that, what's up, everyone in the chat? I'm trying to pull that up since I can't share out the stream. I'm not allowed to share out this stream. You know, I think that fucked up.
Yeah, well, we've got a lot of people in the chat. So big hello to James Van Dusen, who's in the chat. Foreign Horror and More. Johnny, the Wild Guys, he's in the chat. He's having some issues with his with commenting and stuff, so he's jumped onto his older account. You know, strangely enough, we've also got Chris C, the slasher dude, in the chat.
Yeah. Like Jason Voorhees, man. I appear different
everywhere.
parts like really quickly, like instant transmission, man.
And we've got Juno in the chat, so g'day Juno, and Texas Hardcore. Russell's in the chat as well. So yeah, we've got fair few people in there. So, and oh look, just had Sean pop in the chat too.
May as well. Everybody else is.
But yeah, so now we've got Chris. You're on vacation. Got anything planned? Doing anything? Got any movies you're planning on watching with your time off?
What was that? I'm sorry, Jason. One more time.
You've got any movies you're planning on watching?
Yeah. So I plan on watching for Slasher Saturday. I might do a slasher like just episode and stuff like that. But this was going to be last Slasher Saturday, but I'm gonna watch The Final Terror. So this is in the future to watch. So I've heard good things about this. Brian from Brian Goes Blues mentioned this film. This Daryl Hannah's in here. One of her first ones and stuff like that. I've heard it's a pretty trippy slasher for what it is.
Yeah, it's a decent slasher. It's got some pacing issues, and some acting issues too. But it's
yeah, that's why I hear
for like a backwoods kind of slasher. It's, you know, if you're a fan of slashers, you'll like it. I think. I know you are, so I think you'll like it.
Yeah. I don't know, the cover kind of gives me a sort of supernatural sci-fi vibe. Not so much a
that's what I've heard. I've heard there's kind of like a lot of stuff kind of going on. Dirk mentioned this one on a Agoraphobe stream earlier, the panel. Watch this one. Expect this for Giallo Wednesday. So I did watch this one, The Killer's Still Among Us. This is fucking great Giallo. Based off the true story of the monster of Italy, or Monster of Florence. So it's based off a true story. About this serial killer kills couples, kind of like a Lover's Lane type of a thing. Think kind of a little bit like The Town That Dreaded Sundown a bit. This was from 1986. Highly recommend this. This is from that Forgotten Jolly Volume 4 from Vinegar Syndrome. So, and then
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, and then Sean, you're gonna like this one. So I do have Terror Tuesday coming up. I watched Saw 10. I do really like that one. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. This one's found footage franchise Friday, first Paranormal Activity. I've seen this one before, so definitely check that one out. And a future Terror Tuesday, Sean. I know this wasn't voted last, but this awesome film right here, Exorcist Believer, man.
That's a nice table coaster you got there.
So
nice table coaster, man.
Yeah, nice table coaster. It looks really pretty at least anyway. So
should do a watch party for that one. Invite Juno on.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I did watch Horror in the High Desert too. I know you already did your review on that, Jason. I did like it. I like the first one quite a bit better. I wasn't feeling the second one so much. It was kind of slow pacing. Kind of reminded me a little bit of. Have you seen the Outwaters?
Yeah, I actually watched that recently as well.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that one a little bit. So maybe that's what kind of got me off. A lot of it enclosed shit and stuff like that. I wasn't feeling too much, but it was okay film. So that's it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't mind. Like, I really enjoyed Horror in the High Desert 1. Really
me too.
that.
No, it's good. It's different.
The cinematography was so good in that. Like, I know I said it in my review, but it was just so, for a low budget film, it was just so well done. But then the sequel, it just didn't hold up for me. Like, it was good, it had interesting story, but yeah.
You got the chat all stirred up with The Exorcist.
Sorry, Juno. I didn't mean to trigger you, buddy.
Dickhead David Gordon Green now doing Disney movies after he saw the box office bomb of The Exorcist.
I mean, look, The Exorcist. All right, this might be a hot topic and whatnot, but I actually liked the first 2/3 of the film. The third act completely sucked. Like, it was shit. The first two acts were good.
Cannot wait. Yeah.
Yes.
I think with like as much as I don't like the movie, I can see where you're coming from with like the first half of it, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, that third act, once the parents getting involved and everything, it's like, yo, what the fuck are you trying to do here?
I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
It's like David Gordon Green, he can't stick the landing. Like, you look at the Halloween films, like he did Halloween and Halloween Kills. That was good. Like, I enjoyed them.
I really enjoyed Halloween Kills, man. That's a trophy slasher if you've ever seen one.
It's got really good elements in it, but there are some really shit elements in that film as well. Anthony Michael Hall is just a fucking dick. Like,
Evil dies tonight.
That whole scene, fuck that. I hate it. To steal from Juno, that part, Evil Dies Tonight, is a piece of shit. Like, it really is.
The first kill I've ever seen with a car door used is so good. I'm like,
that whole scene in the park. That whole scene in the park was done really well.
Yeah.
But then you get to Halloween Ends, and that,
we don't need to discuss it. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, David Gordon Green, he seems to have that issue. The third act is just shit. So if you look at Halloween as a whole, that third movie, shit. The first two, good. Halloween or Exorcist Believer, the first two parts of the movie are good. That final, well, enough talk about that. Let's talk about something good.
Yeah, something good.
Well, Juno mentioned the Joker 2 trailer. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh,
I mean, I know it's not particularly a slasher or a horror, but I mean, if you look at the original, like Joker, it had some pretty horrific elements in it.
It doesn't look like a musical to me. That is a teaser trailer, but it didn't look like a musical to me. It looks really. I like Lady Gaga as an actress. She's actually really good. I mean, she's really good at being an actress to me. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I looked interesting. So somebody does.
Look, I'm not a fan of Lady Gaga as an actress.
Okay.
Like, I tried watching her in American Horror Story, and
you didn't like Hotel, huh?
I like American Horror Story. The first, like, Asylum is my favorite.
Oh yeah, I love Asylum. Yeah, I really like Asylum.
Murder House is good. Coven's good. Even the Apocalypse one wasn't too bad. Freak Show, great. Loved it. But
I thought they were all terrible.
I'll say that about the series of the series that they've done.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. That's the problem. Like 1984, I liked 1984 up to the end of the first part of that. Then I'm like, here we go again. You're rehashing the same bullshit. That's my only issue with that.
I only watched it up until Coven. That's when I was like, I can't try this
Yeah.
show anymore. It sucks.
Coven was pushing the boundary. Like
Colt was interesting, but Colt was done during a time where it was an interesting time to do stuff, considering the state the country was in.
I forgot all about Colt.
But I do like Asylum, though. I can, that's probably the only season.
Really good.
That's like the only season I can give any credit for. But and other than that, I tried some other ones, and I was like, I can't do it, man. This is just terrible. But I understand it's got a big cult following and everything. So,
but like I say, the trailer looked interesting. I know it's just a teaser trailer, so it is a Joaquin Phoenix playing that character. I really like him as the Joker a lot. I really do. Man, he's way up there for me as a Joker character. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
Keith is in the chat. He's asking about sending the link to his email.
Just doing that now. I forgot his because for some reason it doesn't work for him through Instagram.
I've done it through Instagram. Yeah, he says he can't do it through there.
Yeah, but I used to send it on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
The fucking website.
Yeah.
I did see the trailer from it has McAvoy in it. Speak No Evil? I think that's what it's called. It's like this this couple that meets this family, James McAvoy and wife and their daughter, I think it is, or their son, who seems to be special needs or something like that, who can't talk. So that one looked pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer out. I haven't actually had a chance to watch that one. It could be good. I mean, James McAvoy never let you down.
He doesn't. Yeah, Split. He's great in Split.
Yeah.
Actually, I was talking to someone about James McAvoy. I can't remember who it was. My memory's shit. But yeah, like he just does not let you down in anything he's in. He brings his A game constantly.
He does.
Like he's a phenomenal actor. He doesn't do enough sort of genre. Like he does a lot of drama and shit like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what his take on horror is. Like if this is really Speak No Evil, it seems horror from what I've seen, but I haven't watched the trailer yet, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I heard that the Coen brothers are planning on working on a horror movie. Like they just did that. They just did a movie called something. What the fuck was that shit called? I think they did that movie with Kristen Stewart or something.
Oh, Underwater?
No.
Oh. No, is that the newer one that she did with which
it just came out like this year, I think. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what it's called.
I want to say it's called Hard Bodies, but then it's not right.
Fuck, I'll find it. Hold on.
Love Lies Bleeding.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
I've heard Love Lies Bleeding is actually quite good. I know Dan from Flesh Wound Features likes it.
It's called Drive Away Dolls. It's a comedy thriller.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they said that after this movie or whatever, so they're done with it now. They're planning on working on a horror movie. So let's see if that sticks and falls into place or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just watched Underwater recently. I did a bit of an underwater trilogy. I went Leviathan, Deep Star 6, and Underwater. And Underwater is underrated. Like that is such a good movie.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I saw that in the theater, and that scene, like it's. I mean, the movie takes off so quick out of nowhere. It's just like action packed, like, right in your face. But after they they analyze all their damage to the rig, and they're crawling through like these these tunnels, these areas where like everything's collapsed. Like it gets real claustrophobic for a little while there.
It does. All right, so let's welcome to the party the Agoraphobe himself.
Hey, what's up,
Pete? Working for the month.
Oh, I got it.
The horror YouTuber of the month is here.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Yeah,
hail
we
the
filled
king.
out the box.
Kino makes a good point. I love Leviathan. I'm so happy Kino released that on 4K. Love Leviathan. Leviathan doesn't get enough love to me. That's an all-star cast of people film.
Yeah.
What's going on, Gino?
It is such like Leviathan, even Deep Star. Deep Star 6 not as good.
That's a double feature, technically.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like that. Like they do that a lot. There's so many films that come out and then a knockoff will come out directly after it. Like, Deep Impact, Armageddon, Volcano, Dante's Peak.
Right.
Leviathan, Deep Star 6. And I'm all for that. Like, I love seeing different takes on different movies. So, hey, by all means, have at it. You want to bring out a new Jason Voorhees? I want to see another slasher come out at the same time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I see Deep Star 6 in years.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw that. I remember finding Deep Star 6 on TV when I was a kid, and it was right at the scene when the guy's like suiting up to go in the water, and the monster comes up and bites his bites half his body off. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's an iconic poster, kind of for that. Of course, the bottom part. It's an iconic poster.
Yeah.
And Juno brings up The Abyss. Like that's a good one too. Like it's not horror, but it's got that underwater setting. It's got that same feel, that same vibe. But I haven't seen The Abyss in ages. Didn't they just did that on 4K?
Yes.
Dude, do yourself a favor and pick up that 4K as soon as possible. It looks so fucking good, dude. I'm like, I've already watched it 2 times since getting it. I've watched the special edition and then the theatrical cut, and I'm still ready to go watch it again.
Nice. Good.
I haven't got that one yet.
I heard the Aliens 4K has issues. Is that true?
It's because people are fucking pissed that there's no grain field. It's more of a digital transfer than a traditional one. That's what the real issue is with it. So if you have an issue with a grain field, really, then it's you're gonna have a shitty time watching it. But for me, I just got the Aliens 4K. I haven't watched it yet, but from what I keep reading on the internet, mostly people are putting out death threats over it. Like it's a 4K. You're putting out death threats over a transfer? Like Jesus Christ.
I heard there was some things about there was
Austin Wilcott told me it wasn't bad. He said he liked it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna check it out eventually since I just got it, but I would like. I mean, I understand the 2 differences in the transfers. I don't really mind digital transfers. I would rather have the grain field, but it's that or nothing, really.
Is what it is with that. Yeah, it depends how the original film looks and stuff. Because I have a Blu-ray.
For me, it's not a big issue. Like, I'm there for the movie.
Right.
Yeah,
me too.
If I can watch the movie,
cartoony and shit, as long as it's not to the point where it looks cartoony and fucking completely fake, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard there was some AI bullshit involved with it or something like that changed the look of it, and that could be the grain field that you're talking about, Sean. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know what this AI shit that I've heard about is, but
yeah. I've heard that out of the 3 releases, The Abyss, True Lies, and Aliens, I heard that True Lies is the one with the main issues. Okay. And people are having a lot of issues with no grain field and The Abyss and Aliens. But I mean, I kept trying to stare at The Abyss, not stare into the abyss. I worded that wrong, but I tried staring at the transfer and really noticing a grain field. If there is something there, it's extremely light. But I'm so used to watching a shitty DVD of The Abyss that seeing that transfer was just like, wow. Like, even when we get to the scene when you see the creature's kingdom, it's like, oh my God, I can actually see it now.
And that's just how transfers are really to 4K. That's just how they are. You get these transfers. Yeah. Sometimes you'll get like with Terminator 2, colors are messed up for what I hear a little bit. I'm like, God, what can you do? So,
it's funny that you mentioned the Terminator 2 4K because in that set, the Blu-ray has a 4K scan that looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks great. You don't even have to watch that 4K. Just watch the 4K scan on the Blu-ray, dude. You will be satisfied.
I had that set that Warner Brothers released of all the Terminator films, and I'm like, yeah, cheapo set just to get, you know, side loader case, you know, it's just that one case with all the Blu-rays in it. So
I'm curious what the first Terminator film looked like because they announced it a month ago.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I'm really curious. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I think the original Terminator is already going through 4 different Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Like it's been new transfer. It's like 4 times, I think now.
It's like nothing.
For me, it's like
must be wash day or laundry day, right?
Yeah.
I don't see the
All right, the 4th try, I think we'll get it right.
I don't see the need for all these new like 4K. Like I've got a few 4K, and they're great and all. Like that's fine. But going from DVD to Blu-ray was such a jump in quality that I'm happy with Blu-ray.
Me too. Huge jump.
It doesn't take away from that somewhat gritty sort of feel of some movies. Because I mean, if you make something like the Terminator, if you shine that up, if you polish that up, oh man, that's just going to ruin that dark and edgy sort of feel that it has.
Oh yeah, grittiness of the '80s that it was. Yeah, it's
like,
a slash
VHS to DVD.
Yeah,
DVD going into space from VHS. Remember that? Everybody was like, "Oh my god, you can switch around, you can see different vantage points." And then I looked around and I was like, "Man, you can't see different vantage points. What the fuck are you talking about?" Then it's like you can see the top of their heads and shit. And I was like, "What the hell? What do you mean?"
You can count the hairs on their ass.
It's like 2K transfers. Really, those are the transfers that you want. You know, like Blue Underground used to do those for some of their stuff. The Prowler from Blue Underground, that's a 2K transfer. That's the best transfer of a slasher I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I mean, even something like The Stuff. I remember watching that on VHS. I never saw it on DVD.
Damn, the
only
stuff.
saw it on VHS and then on Blu-ray. And I'm like, that actually still holds up. Like the quality is good, the digital transfer looks good. But it doesn't take away from what you used to see in that grainy VHS.
Yeah, it just doesn't good.
Yeah.
The Missing in Action films, specifically Missing in Action 2. I love Missing in Action 2. That's my favorite Chuck Norris film. I might as well just state it. I love Missing in Action 2 at the beginning. Kino did a good job on that Blu-ray.
When we first switched, everybody loved the DVD, but now we're all loving going back and looking at the old VHSs. You know what I mean? It's
nostalgia
factor, man.
It's nostalgia.
Factor is so strong.
It's huge.
So strong. Yeah. That's what shapes a lot of our favorites, man. Without the nostalgia factor, what would our favorites be? It'd be completely different, wouldn't
it?
Yeah, that's a way to look at it.
Even what
it definitely would.
Keith mentioned about the American Psycho, the Blu-ray looks about the same as the 4K for American Psycho does, and you know, you see a little bit of a difference, but not too big.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about the 4K for the American Psycho. When I heard about the transfer for it, I was like, all right, I'm not going to buy it then. I'm just going to stick with that stupid Blu-ray, I guess.
Stupid ass Echo case for 4K.
Stupid Echo case. God, that's like my biggest pet peeve as a collector. I'm so like, I hate those things so much that there's certain companies, when I see that they're releasing something, I can call that it already has a case before I see it. I'm like, there goes an Echo case right there. Open it up. What do I? Yeah, I was right.
Watch the original Fuzz do his thing on Echo cases, and he's just showing how bad they are. I'm like, oh God, just gets my stupid, just gets me going. I'm like, damn, I have to buy cases now.
So, like my whole thing about it is like I just don't understand. Like, do these companies think that we're just constantly throwing our cases in the trash? Like, if you give us a real case that doesn't have holes and everything all over it, then we won't have to throw them in the trash.
I mean, I have had so many cases that have broken, like little parts of them are just loose or whatever.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, like I got one
bouncing around.
Yeah.
That's
why like
when it breaks. Want to hold it
in. Some of the ones I've got off eBay are good because they're secondhand. They put in some bubble wrap to hold it in place so it doesn't bounce around no matter what. So that one I do like.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Stuff, I got that from, I think I got it directly from Arrow. By the time it got shipped over here, there was a massive crack in the cover. Now, it didn't actually damage, and it's barely noticeable. I noticed it because I was, you can reverse the cover. So that's the only reason I noticed it. But still, that's, if I could replace that, I would.
Happened with my Blu-ray I ordered from Arrow in the U.S.
Yeah.
Is one of their sales, 12 Monkeys, got down the dirt cheap, and I got that with the slip and stuff like that, and the slip was a little bit teared, and the Amaray case was cracked. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. It's not a Blu-ray case, put the slip back on, so it doesn't look like the Arrow video. So
it always happens to the best releases.
Like, surprisingly, I've never gotten a damaged Arrow video title. Never got, like, even all the ones I've ordered overseas, they've never come damaged. But Scream Factory, it's like every other one, the disc is coming out of the tray and
off gassing.
Like, like the spine at the top piece of the case will be chipped off the corner there. Like, what happened?
Dawn of the Dead remake, I got that with the slip and stuff like that, but there's like, it looks like a sticker was put on, like the top part of it, then taken off, where it takes off some of the stuff. It's not too visible. That doesn't like annoy me a lot because that's my favorite zombie film. I fucking love Dawn of the Dead remake. But like looking at that too. Was it Dracula with Franklin Jella? That's a little bit of a torn slip, a little bit, a little bit messed up and stuff like that. But that's through Amazon, so I know how Amazon works. I know how they work with their shipping.
The only flip covers I try to take care of anymore is the Vinegar Syndrome ones, because I have so many damn movies in my collection with so many slip covers, and most of them just get worn out over time. Like, I can't afford cases for all my movies. Like, I only keep like the Vinegar Syndrome ones in some protective cases, but the Scream Factory one, like especially the ones with the ones that used to come with the blue bar in the early days.
Oh yeah.
Like these flips, like these are all like they're really not in great condition anymore. They're just the time's kind of catching up to them. But I can't worry about the condition on like Scream Factory slip cover. I just try to take care of the Vinegar Syndrome ones because they're the ones you're actually paying for. You're paying almost $10 a slip cover.
Like some of those protectors I put on my Vinegar Syndrome stuff, those are the Malco clear cases for like the steelbooks and stuff like that. And I noticed those fit on those. It's snug, but I don't care about that. You just got to make sure you just do it right because I'm really picky like that. Like if I can clip the top part of them and stuff like that. And that's why I got emotional. Like stupid stuff from Katana, which Katana is fine for collectibles and stuff like that. Those are for the bigger like special editions and stuff like that. But that adhesive glue on all of them that I have and stuff like that ain't staying. It's not. As soon as I put it on Texas Chainsaw Massacre from Second Sight, and I showed it in there and stuff like that, I was starting to peel a little bit. I'm like, give me a break.
Yeah, like there's been times I wasn't paying attention, was using those cases, the protected steel books, and I'm shutting it. And then out of nowhere, I noticed, like, damn, I just fucked up the J card. Like, it'll, like, if you don't, like, tuck it in carefully and slow, it can end up tearing the fucking J card.
Yeah, like Cal's in the chat. What's up, Cal? He says get turkey bags. I do have bags.
Yeah, those do help, too, actually. Those definitely help.
They do. It's just, it just looks kind of weird, but I have used that for some of my steelbooks. I use that for the 4K of Pumpkinhead. That was released on Steelbook and stuff like that. That's a beautiful looking Steelbook too. So.
Yeah, I did pick up a new Steelbook recently off of eBay. I'll be doing another collection vid for the end of the month because I've got a couple coming in from Umbrella as well, which I want to show off.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kick ass. They're going to be fun. But no, this Steelbook, I was really surprised. I just saw it on there and I'm like, I got to get this. Like, it's.
Got to have it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, $10. I'm like, how can I say no? And it's a classic. Like, it's a good possession film. Like, it's a good one. So I'm really excited for that one. And I mean, it arrived. There's no scratches. It's perfect condition. So I'm very happy because Steelbooks, you know what they're like, yeah. In the mail, they get bumped. They get
Yeah, I don't even like handle my steel books very often. When like I have to like take them off the shelf, I'm like, all right, here we go. We're pulling one off the shelf now. Gotta be careful.
I have weird fingers and stuff like that. Get fingerprints on them if they're all glossy. Yeah.
I mean, two that I do have, which I'm so stoked about, was my Demons 1 and 2 Arrow Steelbook. Picked that off
nice.
eBay, and it's like,
I
had to get that one.
Yeah.
And
it is really cool,
and the Midnight Meat Train.
Really?
Yeah, I got a Steelbook of that, and it's sick. Like, and it's again perfect condition, no dents, no scratches. So I'm like, okay, that's staying over there. I'm never touching that. I will
Bradley Cooper.
Dude, I still have I actually have a nice stack of steel books that are actually still in the shrink wrap. And like I'm like, all right, I do already have the standard edition, so I'm not gonna open these, but at the same time, like I should probably open these, but I'm like, I don't want to damage them.
I don't want to do it.
One thing I noticed yesterday,
once you break the seal, that's it. It's gonna get
they're bringing out 4K steel books, and I'm like, there's just this whole selection of them. I'm like, no, I don't like any of them. they're all big Hollywood blockbuster ones. There's nothing interesting in them. Like, they've got Aquaman.
Right. Yeah.
Give us some good shit. Like, that's one thing that we do miss over here. We don't get a lot of the good stuff. We get the, big stuff. It's Umbrella, Via Vision. They're the companies that bring out the good stuff, and they don't do steel books or anything like that. They do slip covers, lenticular covers.
Lenticular covers is very cool that they do that. I like that idea a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
I thought that would actually catch on.
Yeah.
Like I thought the lenticular stuff would really catch on with more companies, especially when Blue Underground started doing it with those like 3-disc limited edition sets. But I mean, I think the last lenticular thing I got was Rabbit Grannies from Vinegar Syndrome.
Jack Frost had one too. From
nice.
This right here. This one's like.
That's
Actually, I've got an old one.
I saw 3 DVD is a lenticular.
Old school. This one.
I have that one.
Cover. Yeah.
I have that one. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Juno just got one, actually. He just bought the Alien on DVD that comes with a lenticular slipcover. With the egg and shit. You could, see the face hugger in the egg, I think it was.
That's
nice. All right. Well, we have another guest coming in, new to the channel. So let's all welcome. Texas
what up?
Hardcore.
Oh, boy. Got the panel of pain here.
Yeah. It's the final day of Russell's birthday weekend.
Hey, in person, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Russell.
And it's good to actually finally be on a panel with you, sir.
Yeah.
And thanks for inviting me, Jason. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was
I just
kind of put.
I had to eat dinner, and I didn't want to be rude, like a certain other person that always eats on their channel.
You're coming on something with me, aren't you? We talked about like yesterday, the day before. There's something you're coming on for.
I don't know if it's me, but whatever you can figure out, we can do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, it's something later on this week or something. I don't know, man. I'll check it out and let you know and talk to you about it.
Okay.
This has been a very busy day, man. This is the 3rd time that I've been on today. I am so.
I know that feeling, man. I've done it, man.
Hey, heavy is the head that wears a crown, man.
That's right. That's right. Making the rounds. I go across the kingdom.
Yeah, I've done the 3 streams in one day before.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that doesn't happen that often, but you're an important man this month, Gore. Yeah.
What happened was I totally fucked up, man. I totally fucked up. I didn't realize I was scheduling everything on the same goddamn day.
Always
yesterday I
happens.
looked at it and I said, "Oh my god, tomorrow's gonna be fucking fun." No, I'm just going.
But that's why you're agoraphobe and we're not. So there you go.
Yeah, very good. Because he's better than
Because I do
you.
stupid shit and everybody else does it.
All right. So now that we're all here, got
I got so excited.
few little trivia. We're going to do some trivia. Now, this is for the chat. This is for everyone on the panel. Yell it out if you get it. But these are actually made by Johnny over at the Wild Guys. He sent them to me. So we're going to do these ones. Just a bit of fun. Have a laugh. Hopefully this will work. And basically it's guess the movie starring Ginja Ninja.
All right.
So if you
That's easy.
That's
Pretty easy.
pretty easy, but let's go to the next one, shall we? This one's actually going to be pretty easy too.
Do we just holler it out or?
Isn't this
Yeah.
Royale with cheese? Isn't that what that's called? A Royale with cheese?
Oh, no, my name is the Lord. Oh.
I know this one. This one just got a new release.
Shit.
It's not outside.
Inside.
There you go.
You tell there by the chick on the floor and then the scissors.
Those scissors, man. That's damn. That's
But man, Johnny has done some great work with this. Like, I like the way he's got the beard coming out from under the arms.
look at that epic beard,
Good.
dude. Look at that shit. You're like, you don't fuck with me, dude.
Yeah, he's definitely like freeze, motherfucker.
We got a revolver, dude.
Ooh, all right.
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys all the way.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Ginja's Lost Boys. That's what that is.
Just
Salvation Army
Yeah,
boys.
I've got
I made
Jamie
you
Gertz
immortal.
on the back
You
of my
made
bar.
me a killer.
That movie just does not get old.
It doesn't.
That movie just is so good. I can watch
Yeah,
it
just
anytime.
make sure you guys don't touch Grandpa's double stacked Oreos.
That's right. You invited me into your house, sweetheart.
All right, next one.
And the Lost
All right,
Spirits.
this one might stump a few people.
Oh,
Fresh air.
fresh air. Oh, yep. That's
It probably,
That's
I can understand where that guy's coming from. It probably smells like sweaty balls in that dance room. Fresh air.
my all-time favorite Italian horror film. It's a masterpiece.
It's a good one. It's a really good one. I still have not seen the remake, and I'm still hesitant because I don't want it to. It won't take away from the original, but I don't know.
I would probably, honestly, I would recommend watching it when you feel like you're like in sheer boredom and don't know what to watch. Just be like, all right, let's finally
Don't
watch
mind.
this movie.
Yeah.
For me, I
That's
find it to be
not an
conflicting.
time.
I think the remake is conflicting. It's got some good things about it, but when you look at it as a whole, it's a troublesome kind of movie. So
It's a different type of film. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh God. OTM 13, son. Come on now.
look how white his face is, and then look how dirty and decrepit his body is.
Ginja the 13th, you know.
Ginja the 13th.
Ginja the 13th.
Ginja
Naked in your local lake.
well, you know,
Well, there's the first name right anyway.
exactly.
He do. He does.
All right. Now we do have some other questions here. I've got my good old trivia game. So we'll pop these ones out. These are, just yelling out. This one, I don't know. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this movie, but Daniel Radcliffe starred in this 2012 film about a vengeful ghost.
Woman in Black.
Woman in Black.
Yeah, Woman in Black.
We said the same
I was
time.
going to say like the Lady in Black. That ain't right, but yeah, Woman in
Black
Black.
and stereo.
I never hear anyone talk about it though. Like,
it's horrible.
I don't.
That's why nobody talks about it. It's horrible.
I don't think I've actually seen it. So, all right. What state does Troma Entertainment film The Toxic Avenger take place?
Oh God, I wouldn't know.
Why not? How do you not know?
New York City?
Close.
Jersey, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
As soon as you said close, I'm like, New Jersey.
Well, I mean, it probably helps. I'm doing the Toxic Avenger films for Trashy Tuesday.
I remember the cartoon. But
It just had Toxic Avenger just had its 40th anniversary, I think, back on like Thursday it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
For some reason, I
recently.
almost saw Louisiana. I don't know what.
I don't know where, like, location-wise, states and all that. So I don't know if it's even close, or I'm assuming not.
It's like
completely opposite end of the United States. Like New Jersey's up more toward the northeast, and Louisiana's way down here by the Gulf. So I totally fucked up.
Louisiana.
For some reason, that's what came to my mind when we asked what state. I was like, Louisiana. I was like, no.
It's about toxic waste. I mean, anyone here from Louisiana? Do we know what the toxic waste is like down in Louisiana? Maybe.
I don't.
Louisiana's swamp and shit, but it's not.
You'd have to ask Dirk.
Yeah, you'd have to ask Dirk about
Dirk
that.
would have been totally offended. Dirk would have been like, what?
He would be
nothing really offends Dirk.
Dirk would have been like, well, man, Louisiana's not.
Like, what do you call me, a Nile gargoyle? I'm not a Nile gargoyle.
All right. So, what 1999 film stars Samuel L. Jackson about killer sharks in an underwater facility?
Deep Blue
Sea. Deep as blue as my head is like a shark's fin.
It doesn't really
that
star
too?
him.
Yeah, he's the one who sings the theme song.
Oh, that's right, he is.
Russell
Wait, my
brings up a
bird.
good point. Don't hate films, just take them for what they are.
He's actually good
100%.
at it.
No, I disagree. Hate them all.
Well, yeah. hate some, like others. But I mean, look, I'll be honest. I'll try and find something.
Shit and get snatched right off the pier. He's like, it's motherfucking snap.
Good movie is a good movie. It is. A good movie is a good movie. I mean, I do try and find something good about all the movies that I watch, and I watch some absolute.
I haven't seen Deep Blue Sea in a while. Thomas Jane is in that too.
Yeah, Thomas Jane. It's got a really good cast.
It does.
I didn't see the sequel, so I heard. I heard Deep Blue Sea 3 is pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Trashy Tuesday.
I'll do it. Consider it done, but I'm not doing Sharkenstein again. Fuck that. Sharkenstein is one of.
They somehow controlled the sharks to do like their bidding for them. Is some shark movie that came out just like, not like recently, but
they become smart because they have those smarter. They have those things on them. I guess.
I'm talking about where they almost hide. It's like those dudes almost like hire them. They control them somehow to attack people.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
I don't know. I just know that there is a movie called Shark House or House Shark. House Shark. That's it. Yeah.
There's one I have on deep. There's one I have on deep called Shark Bait that I need to check out.
There's that Shark of the Corn, and
Shark of the Corn,
Sharknado,
Amityville Shark. Look, Sharknado is actually pretty good.
I can't do any of that wild eye shit, man.
No. I don't even know how they make movies. Like, it's got to be some sort of, money laundering scheme or something that they've got going on.
Jaws versus.
All packed right off.
How did the great white shark get in Lake Placid?
Yeah. Well, that's like asking how a ship gets from Camp Crystal Lake.
Oh yeah, the cruise ship.
Don't ask those questions.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that film.
Well, it's connected, you know.
Still love it.
Jaws 19 and Back to the Future.
It's connected, you know.
There we go. Jaws 19 and Back to the Future 2, yeah. What year was Back to the Future 2 set in?
Yeah, Jaws 19.
Remember, yeah, that's when the Cubs, well, the first one, yeah, Cubs win the World Series when it
Yeah.
wasn't even thought possible.
They time traveled to 2015. Yeah.
How
So it was in the far future of 2015 where Jaws 19 was there.
Jaws 19.
All right, let's go. All right. This one might stump a couple of people. What Rolling Stones ballad is sung by the demon Azrael as he possesses bodies in the Denzel Washington film Fallen?
What's the name of the movie? Wait.
The song.
What?
The song, the Rolling Stones ballad.
Oh.
I don't know that.
Fallen. Holy shit. I remember seeing the trailer for that for a while. Yeah, I've never seen Fallen.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie. I just don't remember the song.
Nah. I used to love this movie. Like any of those, The First Power, Fallen, those type of movies are awesome. I like them.
Virtuosity.
Virtuosity is underrated, man.
Russell Crowe
plays a
very young Russell Crowe.
Great psycho in it. A great
What's
psycho.
Like an underrated movie I've been thinking about lately that really needs an upgrade is Strange Days from 1995.
Yeah.
That needs an upgrade.
Yeah, Angela Bassett. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Schwarzenegger's in it. I think it's Ralph Fiennes plays like the main character in that.
Okay. I've heard of it though.
Rafe Fiennes, like it's. I remember watching that back in the late 90s, early 2000s, like on pay TV. Oh, that blew me away. That was such a well done film.
This time it's personal. Oh God, that's such a great line.
Did that even get a Blu-ray release?
I think it has a Region B Blu-ray, but other than that, almost every other release that's out there, like on DVDs, like all long out of print and everything. But I was trying to look into getting a Blu-ray, but I think I do remember seeing some kind of imported Region B Blu-ray that obviously had 1 million of rating stickers all over it too.
Yeah. That was.
But I forget what company released that. I think it might have been a Dimension film.
Some company will release it. I can see. Fortunately, to Juno's probably dismay, I can see Scream Factory releasing Fallen. So.
Yeah, I just wish, I know, like Scream Factory gets a lot of shit, like Shit Factory and whatever. I would just like them to, do some releases like internationally, that other areas can get them.
What's
so
on Scream Factory is held in high regard.
Well, you think Scream Factory would do what Arrow did. Arrow used to be like strictly Region B for a long time, and now they have the American branch. Why don't they just do the same thing that Arrow's doing? But it's like I always say, Scream Factory is always sitting in the rearview mirror, man. Everybody's just passing them.
I mean, look, there's some good Australian companies like I mentioned, Umbrella, Viavision, that do some good releases. All they need to do is team up with a company like that, and then they've got a whole new section. But I mean, I don't know about the logistics and because I know there are things with getting the rights to release certain films in certain countries and things like that, which
soon studios.
That's because I know the Bonfire Horror Club in where I am, they do movie releases like on the big screen. So they did Return of the Living Dead last year. They did Nightmare on Elm Street this year. They do other ones as well, but they're the ones that I've went and seen. And they have to actually go through the studio to get the rights to show them on cinema. They can't just get a DVD and chuck it in and hope for the best. They've actually got to get the rights to it. But I did hear they are going to do Demons on the big screen, and I am so down for that.
Oh, hell yes.
I'm so down for that. I pitched them and said, look, you need to do those special tickets, the silver tickets.
Right?
I want that ticket.
That ticket came with the it came with the Synapse Steelbook. I gotta find that real quick.
Yeah, because Gore knows, we did Demons 1 and 2 back to back. That was a riot, that one. That was so much fun.
Hot take, I like Demons 2 a little bit more than just a little bit more than the original. There's something about Demons 2 I really like. The stuff in the apartment is so good.
No, that lead chick, that birthday girl, I just can't stand her. Oh, nice.
God damn it.
Then it tells you about the transfer on the back here.
Yeah.
That's from the that's from
need a replica with the motorcycle with the mannequin with the samurai sword on it. Happens to have.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed that they didn't do a limited edition where I can get the dirt bike and the samurai sword.
Yeah, Sean.
Now that's from the set that had to have the replacement disc, right?
Replacement disc?
Yeah, the first 4K set they put out of Demons 1 and 2, the one that had the case that came together.
I didn't pick that one up. That ticket is from the Synapse Blu-ray Steelbook.
Oh, is it from the Synapse? Okay.
It's this one right here.
I think they might have put that in the Arrow too.
And then it's got the original poster on the back there.
I didn't even know they put out a steelbook, but I bought the Blu-ray of Demons and Demons 2 on Synapse, and the tickets in there, and then the posters in there as well.
Yeah,
cool. But I remember when Synapse first released that steelbook, they originally were only going to release like a number of like 3,000 of them, and then that sold out real fast, and they were like, okay, we're going to do a total of 10,000 now. So originally it was going to be 3,000, then they did 10,000, but it sold out in like a month.
Wow.
There's a hot take from Juno.
It is kind of the same setting. He's kind of right about that.
Yeah.
I
mean, anything. Right. I mean, you could say Poltergeist 3. It's in a high-rise apartment.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Damn. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of
Chris only likes Demons 2 more because Tony comes back, right?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Tony the Pimp comes back.
Tony the Pimp.
No, he died in the first one. He's back.
Go do that, damn it. Hey, bitch, go do this.
I love that. Hey, you idiot. We got to work together.
Asia Argento, very young Asia Argento. Man.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
That's her first movie, actually.
Yeah,
Demons 2.
So, Chris, are you like Tony the Pimp at work? Is you're ordering people around and shit like that?
No, I just get pissed off in the background like he does.
I'm loving the first movie when the old guy's like, fucking hookers, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
There's that blind guy that's with the
the blind guy with his wife.
And she's off getting it on behind the curtain. But Juno's actually brought up a good point with the Blumhouse wants to do a remake of the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, no.
Look, I'm down for it. Like,
yeah.
Let's be honest. The last one, I don't remember anything about it. I know I've seen it. I don't remember a thing about the 2016 Blair Witch at all.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But see, I like the first two.
I like the Blair Witch.
I like
Blair Witch. I haven't seen I haven't seen Book of Shadows in a long ass time.
The only thing I can say about 2016 is that Adam Wingard, who I respected up until he made that movie,
really.
Oh yeah, I can't stand him now. He's a fucking, he's turned into a hack,
Oh, damn, son.
And then
he's a
And then what was the other? Then the other thing about it, it wasn't about a witch; it was about aliens. So that's my take on it.
I know
Okay,
it was
here's
you,
my
Grego.
thought.
I know it was you, Wingard. You broke my heart.
I don't remember it because I was abducted by aliens and they wiped my mind. That's it. That's the reason.
Exactly.
I just don't understand how, like, with that movie, like, they relied on, like, the witch stomping around on the ground. And, like, all right, that's supposed to scare people? Like, all this stomping on the ground? Like, just, it's so bad.
Oh, I know what you're kind of talking about with that. Yeah.
It's like every time they encountered the witch, the camera would kind of start to move up and down, and then you would hear this thump, 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 thump.
So I think for me, because I saw it, and I don't know about you guys, but I saw the original Blair Witch Project in the cinema. And that was an experience on its own. Like, that was an experience.
Dirk doesn't like it either.
Yeah, I also saw the Blair Witch in the theater, which actually the atmosphere of the theater really did, like, it got under my skin there for a little while.
The weirdest thing for me about the original was I actually, way about at least 6 months before the movie came out, I saw this thing on MTV and they were talking about websites, movie websites, because the internet was still kind of newish and all this, and so so this guy goes, one movie, it's not out yet, but it's a mockumentary called the Blair Witch Project, and they have this website where it shows this and this and this, and he was saying it's supposedly a true story, or that's what they're going for, and they were so I saw it like 3 months at a sneak preview before it ever hit the theater, and it was a bunch of us from work were invited, and this one girl, she so classic, right after the end, she's like, no, how is that possible? Well, why hasn't somebody contacted the police? This is wrong. She's totally just flipping the fuck out, and I had to kind of take her aside, and I'm like, listen, calm down. The shit's not real. It's totally made up.
It was text, to tell you the truth. It was that reaction when me and my buddy went to saw Midsommar in the theater, right? And at the towards the end of the film, there was a couple in front of us, and the wife looked at the husband and she literally goes, "What the fuck did I just watch?" And I'm like, dude, I loved it. I love Midsommar, but it is a trip of a film. I'm like going, yep, there we go. That's when you get a response like that. That's when it kind of hits differently with people. It just does.
Yeah, no, it's divisive to say the least. Like that, I can't get over it. I am interested to see what they do with it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Me too. It's found footage, so I'm definitely interested. Yeah. It's like with Cloverfield too. I'm interested.
We don't know if they will be doing found footage. Like, just because they're remaking it, they could go a completely different route. They did that with Blair Witch 2,
They did that with Quarantine.
Different.
They did that with the second Quarantine film, which I liked the second Quarantine film. It's different, but I do like what it is.
Yeah, look, Terminal's not bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, if you want, you can't go past the originals. Wreck 2, Wreck 3, Wreck Apocalypse ain't too bad.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to have seen the American remake go further on. I would have loved to have seen more Quarantine films. That Quarantine Terminal.
Did they make 2 of them, I think?
Yeah, just 2. Like I said, Quarantine and then Quarantine 2, Terminal was not found footage, just a horror film in general like that, but
I still liked it, man. I still liked it.
Me too. No, I liked it a lot. I thought it was done quite well, to tell you the truth. The ending, I
didn't mind the first Quarantine. I didn't really mind it, but it's it does a good. Like honestly, like thinking about it right now, it's really not a bad remake. It's It is
It's
almost
gotta-
like scene for scene of like what the original is, but like it really it does a good job with the final scene. Like when it's
Yeah.
they're in that last apartment and it's dark as shit. It's all
I like
night
that
vision.
whole
Like, it does a good
I like
job with that.
whole- It looks like
But
it's
what
like
I
a
think
cool
they
gothic
did-
type
they
apartment.
got Jennifer Carpenter,
Yeah.
which helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I think they did well is because it is scene for scene, if you don't like subtitles, you don't like reading subtitles while you're watching a movie, this is pretty much the exact thing, only you don't have to read subtitles. It's in English. It's not dubbed
Right.
or anything like that. It's
Right.
so you can get into it. And you could actually go from that film straight into Rec 2.
Yeah, I
Right.
think
Even though
Quarantine is a good example of like an Americanized, imported, original a film that's like originally overseas, and then they do an Americanized version of it. Basically, like
Yeah.
that's a good example of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, they have done good ones like that, like The Ring. That was done well.
Yeah.
There is a market for them. They do come in handy. I don't mind reading subtitles. I'm pretty, I'll read a subtitle while I'm watching a movie. In fact, sometimes I'll just have the subtitles on while I'm watching a movie anyway, just for shits and giggles. It
Yeah,
actually
I
makes me,
usually will
pay
use
attention.
subtitles pretty often.
Now, James has mentioned something in the chat. The new Civil War movie looks good. Has anyone seen that yet?
I have not.
No,
A few people
No.
that I know on this platform have.
the newest
know.
movie I saw was the new Dune movie. That's it.
Yeah, I saw Dune 2 last week. I have issues
okay.
with that movie.
Okay.
But I'm a fan of David Lynch's Dune, so
I do.
I really enjoy that one. It's a fun movie. The First Omen, apparently that gets a recommendation, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm surprised. People
Okay.
really like the First Omen. I remember looking at the trailer. I'm like going, I liked the teaser trailer, but it did good. So that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy that films like that do good because I don't want them to do bad. Yeah.
That's surprising. I thought that was going to suck. I've heard a lot of people say it's good.
Yeah. I'm the same, man. Like, for me, it's like, yes, it's a prequel. I'm like, well, we know how it's going to end. What's the fucking point? But hey, if it's a good movie, I'm down for that. That's all I'll say.
I recognize the voice of the character that plays one of the priests when he's talking because he's done voices for other like demons and characters and stuff like that too. But I forget his name in that one.
Yeah.
I hope Long Legs is half as good as the trailer was.
True. Yeah,
yeah.
that teaser was very good. Yeah.
It's got atmosphere. I mean, it's a trailer with fucking atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, Poughkeepsie tapes. That's another one.
It's okay. I didn't mind it.
I like the Poughkeepsie
Russell
tapes,
likes
man.
it. Yeah.
It was.
But you like you said, Gore, you like found footage, and I know.
Oh, me
Chris,
too.
you
I
like
love
found
it too.
footage.
It's just
Yeah.
kind of see so much of it.
I'm
I'm
a
actually
fan.
not big on
I
found
like
footage.
good found footage. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
I
like
like
a few
the good
found
found
footage
footage.
films, but overall, I really don't care for them. I might like about 10 found footage movies.
Well, there's not a lot of real good ones. You know what I mean? There's
It's
only
top
Yeah,
tier. Megan is
exactly
missing.
right.
good ones.
Top tier. Megan is missing is so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's like
It is.
don't have the stomach
is.
for it. Don't watch it. That's
No.
all I'm saying. It hits hard, but
But I will say there is a difference between found footage and some of the mockumentary found footage ones. Yeah, the cam
Yes.
ones, things like
Like,
that. Yeah, like what was it? I think something like what's the name of that one? Goes by different names. Rennie Harlan directed it. Shit.
Like Lake Mungo was a mockumentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that movie.
yeah. Sean doesn't like
like
it. I do. I like it, but
Nothing happens in it.
It
Nothing happens in it. It's just a bunch of
doesn't
fucking
happen.
boring ass shots and somebody narrating a made up story. Like, okay, wonderful. What a fucking whack job of a movie that was.
Okay, Devil's Pass, or the Dyatlov Pass incident. That was one directed by Rennie Harlan. I love that film. I think it's done really well, but it's not found footage. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Like it's released after they've hacked the website and they found it and they've uploaded it. So I don't know if that counts as found footage or not.
Hangman is good.
Hangman is great. Yeah. Hangman is great. The Conspiracy is a good one.
Yeah, I've heard good things about The Conspiracy.
Afflicted. I mean,
Afflicted is awesome.
Is a banger. Conflicted is a banger. Yeah, that doesn't have a physical release.
Yeah, can see Sean just going, "Oh,
yeah,
shut up." I had that footage.
Afflicted.
Behind the Mask,
there you go.
The Legend of Leslie Vernon is pretty good. I'm the slasher dude. I love Behind the Mask, dude. It is so funny.
Behind the Mask is great.
Yeah, that's very
shit from Poltergeist in it. This house is clean. It's so good. Yeah, I love As Above, So Below. Yeah, Juno. Yeah, that's a great film.
That's another good one.
There you go.
There you go.
Next of Kin. Not the Swayze one.
You're talking about the Australian one?
Yeah, it's an Australian horror film.
This one right here.
1982.
This one?
Yeah, 1982.
I don't think I've actually ever seen that.
I've never seen that one either.
Yeah, what's his name from Wolf Creek is in it? John Jarrett?
John Jarrett.
Yeah. It's like one of his like early roles or whatever. But Severin released this.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. I might check it out.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it, but I just haven't seen it.
Just wait
but from what I can remember with this movie's more of a psychological horror film than like a straightforward horror film or like a slasher. But this movie's like mostly about the payoff at the end, in my opinion.
Okay. Did either of you, or did anyone see a 87 film called The Kindred?
Yes, that's a good one.
I heard of that one. That was released by Synapse?
Yeah.
Has like a baby bottle on there, like some type of thing on it.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
But this movie's like, it's like in a way, it's like Reanimator as a slasher in a way. It's like you have like a mad scientist that finds a way to crossbreed these DNAs, and then they create this wicked ass creature, and then the person that created it wants to try to kill the thing, and then there's another scientist that's going out of his way to keep the thing, and it's just what you see at the end. It's like this giant tentacle creature in the basement. It is fucking disgusting looking, man.
Like a paranormal type of a creature. Nice.
Yeah, that's a good way
I kind
to
of
put
remember it being somewhat a bit of a body horror kind of thing as well, but I haven't seen that one in ages. I really want to.
I'm all for that. I'm all for body horror films. God, I love it.
Yeah, it's got some element there of body horror because you see like the other patients that they were crossbreeding the DNAs on, and they're like all deformed and everything. But cool special effects in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, physical effects never go out of style. They never age. Well, mostly. But that's another one I've got to check out. I've got to check that out again. I miss it so much.
But the same director of The Kindred, I think it's two brothers. Last name, I think it's Stephen Carpenter. They also did a slasher film called The Dorm That Dripped Blood.
Oh,
you've seen that one, Tex, haven't you?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's actually, in a way, like it takes place at a college during Christmas break. So in some ways, it is kind of like a Christmas horror slasher, I guess you could say.
Okay.
But it's meh.
Well, it's a low budget film. I mean, those guys actually they made that money out of their own. I mean, made that movie out of their own pockets.
Right. I mean, there's some decent. I was just going to say there's some decent kills in it, but for the most part, it's just kind of
tropey, like you've seen it before. Yeah, like you've seen.
I would say, like, if you're a fan of slashers and you feel like you have to see as many as you can, it's worth a watch.
We're going with that real quick. Yeah, Christmas slashers are fun. Flipping Christmas cruelty. Holy shit. That's
I know
if you want to watch anything during the holidays. That and Christmas Blood. A shout out to Video Man Gizmo. That's his film called Christmas Blood Killer Santa. Fucking badass. I highly recommend people check that out.
Okay.
Don't Open Till Christmas is another good one.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, look, you can't go past the classics when it comes to Christmas slashes. Like, you look at Silent Night, Deadly Night. I love that movie.
Oh, me too. Oh, the first one is great. It's disturbing.
I love Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 as well. Like, it is just
with his brother.
Yeah, it's just fun. Even Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3. If you look at it's just
somebody.
weird,
I can't believe a human being said that they like Part 3.
I don't mind what they did in it.
I have that collection from Vestron.
Bill Moseley's good in it. Like, I'll give him that. But I mean, it's just weird. It's just weird.
Yeah.
But they're a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun.
But that's like, apparently they gave Brian Usna a 3-picture deal on that. They were like, all right, we're going to continue the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise. We're going to give you a 3-picture deal. And he just literally did whatever he wanted.
Yeah. Oh, you could tell. Like, 4 and 5 are just, 4 is batshit crazy. Like, it's just, there's like bug creatures and.
Is that the toy maker?
Clint Howard.
The other one.
Clint Howard breaking into people's houses.
Well, Clint Howard's in both. He's in 4 and 5 as a different character.
Yeah.
Or the same character, but different. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah.
But I love Part 4 though. He just shows up at that lady's house and breaks in her house and then bites her. And they're like, "What are you doing in my house?" He's like, "I need you to come with me." He's just like yelling in this lady. It's like, what the fuck is going on in this scene?
Yeah, he did. Juno's just saying how Mickey Rooney, he crapped all over the OG Silent Night film, but then went and started toy making. But I guess hey, need money, you do what you got to do.
That's what the situation was. Apparently, he was on rough times, and somebody offered him the script for Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, and just completely ignored the fact that he shit on the first one.
Jennifer Aniston doesn't want to talk about Leprechaun, so
Yeah, look, I mean, Leprechaun's not bad. Like, I don't have a problem with
it's
it.
a fun one. Crazy kill. I was like, "Oh, what the hell's this?" It's like,
I mean, I don't think I've seen the some of the later ones, like Back to the Hood.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, I know I haven't seen any of the remakes, like Leprechaun Origins and all that. Like, I haven't seen any of them. They're ones that I do need to see. But yeah. All right. Well, I do want to take a bit of a more somber note here and just recognize Dave Oliver from Savage Zombie Reviews. I just want to take a moment to. Yeah, he hit 1,000. I know he would be so super stoked at that. He would be ecstatic. But yeah, we lost a good guy, and I know everyone who's ever talked to him, met him, never said a bad word. He's always had a smile on his face. So yeah, here's to Dave. Like, moment.
I didn't realize his channel hit 1K. I did see his channel at like 925 like last week or something. I didn't realize it got the 1K. So that's great to see. At least we were able to. That's all. I mean, to be honest with you, we're all left powerless to really do anything except be here for each other in this situation. But it's that, and just get his channel to 1K and just try to remember the guy as much as we can in the best way we can.
He was supposed to be on this new version of the panel today. He again said he was going to be on, and that's why I didn't do it 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's why I held off and waited and everything. He was going to, because he was on the very first round table, so I wanted him to be on the very first panel. That I revamped. and and all that shit happened, and so I held off on doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I think everyone's been hit pretty hard by it. So, but yeah, like you said, it's great that he hit that 1K, and I'm super stoked that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that was friends. Even in passing, because he just had a smile for everyone, no matter what. So, here's to Dave.
Yeah. We also have Larry's here from the Horror Cat Dad.
Yeah.
Larry?
So yeah, just wanted to put that out there because I know it was a big part of everyone. Big part of everyone. Everyone got hit differently by it. So I just want to recognise Dave and thank him for everything that he ever did. So yeah.
Just being a genuine fucking great guy, you know what I mean? Just didn't really, just being a nice, genuine person. There isn't enough of those around.
Exactly. He was like just a nice, pure, gentle. I think people have described him as a gentle giant, things like that. And you could get that from his videos and everything. So yeah, very, very, very good guy, and will sorely be missed.
Yeah, I think the first time I met him, JT was doing a watch party for the Basket Case movies, and this was like a first time watch for Dave. He never seen the Basket Case movies before, but that was, how I was introduced to him. Yeah,
and I mean that's the thing. Even if the movie was shit and he wasn't going to like it, he would sit there and he would find something funny about it, or something like that. He would get some enjoyment out of it. So yeah, like I said, generally great dude. So
that watch along he did he was with, I think, Pugwall or whatever. They did Street Trash, and he's just like, he hated that movie, and it was hysterical watching his reactions and stuff.
I like Street Trash. I think that's a great film.
Oh yeah,
it's such a fun piece of shit of a movie. It's like it's obvious what you're watching is not good, but it's so fucking hilarious to watch it unfold and play out. It just keeps getting ridiculous.
They are doing a new one. I saw a poster for it. Looks like a trip.
Yeah, it's filmed in South Africa. So yeah, it'll be really interesting. Whether it's set in South Africa or what, but yeah, if they go along the lines of what the original was supposedly supposed to be, like it's about getting rid of the street trash, essentially, like that's what it was supposed to be about. And I think the remake is going down that path, so that could be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the remake's just not going to be as funny as the original one.
No,
but we'll see.
They'll try and make it serious and have some sort of.
You can't do that
message.
Twice. No way. You can't do that kind of thing. You get that kind of lightning twice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're remaking. Well, I think they've already remade The Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, they're done.
That's
like trying to redo Attack the Killer Tomatoes,
Yeah. Like some of the films that were made back then, they have a certain tone and feel to them that worked back then. They do not work now, and that is clearly obvious with The Toxic Avenger, because some of the comedy in that is like,
shit. Can't do that.
You want to get cancelled right now?
It's like going, yes, please cancel me.
Yeah, but hey, for me, I still like going back and watching. I don't give a shit. Like. Yeah, I watch things like what are some of those really bad, like you look at Revenge of the Nerds, some of those classic comedies, Porky's, fuck man, you would not get away with doing that now. You would not get it.
The last good comedy I watched was
The Bed That Eats. Have you guys ever heard of deathbed?
Oh, deathbed.
Deathbed, really?
Dude, you got
The bed
yeah.
that eats. It fucking eats you. The bed eats you. Yes, it's like late 70s.
Oh, God.
That is definitely. I
Fucking
think that
good,
came
man.
out in '78. It's called
Yeah.
Deathbed, the Bed That Eats. And I swear to
Yeah.
God, this is what it looks like when the bed swallows you. There's all this orange liquid that makes it look like you're going into a pool of malt liquor.
Oh, God.
And then it's like 1 minute you see like a human being going into it, and then you see like this skeleton that's just like kind of floating there. It is awfully bad, but it's definitely worth watching for a good laugh. If you want a good laugh, watch that shit.
The bed that eats. Absolutely.
God.
There's only one.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Nah, speaking
There's
about
also you guys remember the horror series in the '90s called Monsters?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
that
actually a
rings bell.
story in that where a couple gets married and their wedding night they go to this
Right?
like hotel or whatever, and it turns
Yeah.
out the bed's got like a monster mouth in the center and it eats people and shit.
Right, yeah.
Far
What about
out.
Oh, Terror Tunes?
Terror
Oh, God.
Tunes.
I haven't seen that in years. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that in a long, long
This
time.
fucking thing is like gold, man. You wouldn't believe what some people would pay for this fucking DVD.
It's funny, earlier in the stream, Jason's like talking about a movie. I never hear anybody talking about this movie, and we go ahead and mention Deathbed, the bed that eats. Now, that's a movie that doesn't get mentioned at all.
Damn right.
Killer Workout.
Actually, Killer Workout's great.
I love Killer Workout.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
I
another
love
one
Killer
that's another guilty pleasure that's good is Death Spa. You guys ever see Death Spa?
I've heard of Death Spa. Yeah, I've heard of Death
That's
Spa.
a great
That's the one
one.
with Ken, does that have Ken Forey in it? No.
Yeah,
It's got
it does.
It does,
Look at
yeah.
It does. He's in it.
Full party
Yeah,
But
massacre.
yeah,
Oh, Pool
Yeah.
Party
Pool
Massacre.
Party.
God. Oh,
Dude Bro Party Massacre.
I have that. I have that from
Yeah.
Horror Pack. Yeah, I have that. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
Can you mention Killer Workout? There you go.
Oh, God, that's such a good. It's such a good tropey.
Think
Shallow
that's
yeah,
Element.
that's what they like to call as leg warmer horror.
Yeah.
One that I
Guy
finally
is hilarious. Or the
one that I
detective.
finally saw last year that, was supposed to be incredibly bad, but I loved it, was Criminally Insane, also known as Fat Ethel. I thought that was fucking great.
I heard that. I heard that's a good one. I actually.
It's got some funny artwork for it.
There's one which I reckon Mikey from Mikey's Morgue will get a kick out of if he's watching this. He better be.
Love Mikey.
Murder Size. Have you guys heard
I've heard
that?
of Murder Sized.
Dude,
I've heard of Murder
I turned it on and I'm like, you know what? All it is tits and ass. Like, I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, why do I feel dirty watching this stuff? But Dirk's brought up a good point. Rawhead Rex.
I love
I
Rawhead
don't
Rex.
mind Rawhead Rex,
Yeah.
but he's saying it would be great. It'd be a great remake if Clive Barker did it. Who do you think?
Like I think like the only issue I really have with Rawhead Rex, I like the movie, but I just wish that they would have did a better job with like the actual face of the creature, where like the mouth can move and stuff. Just so it wouldn't look so.
You're right.
It's so obvious that it's a rubber creature, you know what I mean? But like, I can look beyond that and still have a good time with it. But there's times where I'm watching it, I'm like, I just wish that monster's face looked a little bit more realistic, just a little bit
But
more.
you can see it wobble a little bit when it moves. You see it do a little bit of wobble.
Yeah. But it's still a good time though.
But I mean,
Well, it's like when they use that dog in fucking Madhouse when it goes through the door, and you can obviously tell that they're it's all fake, and they're just shaking it, It's,
I mean, that's like the best example is Nightmare on Elm Street, the finale when it gets pulled through the door.
right.
Devil Dog.
I've heard of. Yeah.
Richard Crenna, hell yeah, there you go, Devil Dog.
How about here's one that nobody ever talks about. Deadly Eyes from 1982 with the killer rats.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And what they did in that movie was they took these little dogs and put rat suits on them. So when there's times where you see real close-up scenes of rats, and then you see the dogs in the rat suits, and you can see their legs and the tail coming out of the suit and shit.
Oh, damn. Oh. Huh. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I'm happy that Dirk brought that up is I think there are some films that definitely deserve a remake, and I'm all for seeing Maximum Overdrive get a decent remake. But I'm not sure who would be good at directing or making something like Rawhead Rex. Like, yeah, there are so many good, filmmakers out there now, and I keep thinking about who the hell would make a good Maximum Overdrive film, and I keep thinking, well, I don't know. Fede Alvarez is good, but I mean, he's been doing like what's he done? He did Evil Dead, yeah. I don't quite think that fits. Yeah, but I mean, I'm thinking someone like James Wan would do a good job. But who do you guys think would do a good job of Rawhead Rex?
That's so hard to say, especially like I mean, it's hard for me to get excited over modern horror movies nowadays. I usually end up being disappointed.
Yeah, it's a creature feature. So,
but one name that's kind of been on my radar lately is the guy who did the new Hellraiser movie. I think his name's David Bruckner.
Yes,
I think I think he's on the right path right now. I think he's also got some other projects coming out in the future right now, but I like what he's been putting out so far. I know he had a rocky start to his career, but it looks like he's kind of getting on the right track now.
Good indie slasher. That Darren recommended to me, The Sleeper.
The Sleeper. I think that's part of the Inner Vision line from Severn, or like the partner line. I think it's called Inner Vision.
I forget the name of the director that did that. It's very like it's funny. One of the comments is what what's his name did for 70s horror with that the aesthetic this director here can do for the 80s and stuff like that too. They do some mistakes in that film. It's one of the better independent slashers I've seen, indie slashers I've seen in a long time. So.
Dude, I love that 70s aesthetic, like the look and feel of 70s horror and sci-fi films. I'm all for that. If they could bottle that and make it now, I'd be happy. I'd be happy as a pig in shit.
How would you guys feel about if you saw this? Like if you saw a trailer for Guillermo del Toro's Maximum Overdrive.
Holy shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's a good one, Sean. That's a good one. He would do it. He would do it. He's a huge, of course he is. But, he's done like everything. He can do.
Can you imagine it like? But like for some reason, I feel like if he did Maximum Overdrive, it would have a Pacific Rim look to it or something. Which I'd be down with though.
Guillermo could do Rawhead Rex. He could do it.
I think it would be good him doing Maximum Overdrive, but it may be a career killer. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's possible.
Would it nowadays? Like you think about, and this is the thing that I keep thinking about when it comes to Max. And I love the original Maximum Overdrive. I don't care what anyone fucking says.
The Green Goblin truck, dude.
It's cheesy, it's shit, but it's so much fun. But I mean, you look at technology nowadays. You've got drones, you've got electric cars, you've got all that stuff. And look speak of the devil, and
there's Mikey.
Mikey has Mikey. We're just talking about you, Mikey. We just said Murder Size is a film that you really need to check out because the first 5 minutes is just tits and ass. You'll love it.
There's a slasher from Fulci too. Oh God, what's it called? I forget.
Good pick, Juno.
Oh yeah, Maximum Overdrive. Yeah,
Alexander Aja.
Yeah, Alexander Aja. That's definitely a good mention there.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, it's a good question you bring up, though. Like, what kind of fresh new directors would you put in the remake Maximum Overdrive? It's hard for me to land on one, but
Ty
I think
West.
I'm
That's
pretty
who
much
I
the
was thinking
same.
of. Who does like the '70s type of films? Ty West seems to have that aesthetic. Like, was it House of the Devil or something? So probably.
Oh, geez, it's slipping my mind, but I'm going to find it. But this one is The Sacrament.
Oh, I love The Sacrament. I fucking love The Sacrament. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah,
I actually did not like it at all. I thought it was a bad retelling of the Jim Jones story.
Yeah.
It's very, very similar, and yeah,
it's a dark tone film.
It's very dark, like.
Yeah.
I thought the guy that they picked for Jim Jones was like, really? That's who you went with? Like, it doesn't look anything like him.
He's got some No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
That's the same guy that Anton harasses at the filling station.
Yeah, No Country for Old Men. I got to see about closing now, sir. What time do you close? About generally around 9 o'clock. Well, it's not 9 o'clock yet.
The sister, the batshit crazy sister setting herself ablaze is crazy.
Why would you be coming back? We'll be in bed. His ass terrified.
CGI cars. No. All practical, 100% all practical, Juno. Like,
it has to
fuck
be.
that shit.
I like the second.
Well, I mean, if they do a new Maximum Overdrive, they got to find a way to get boats involved this time.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like all the Navy warships and all that; they're all computer controlled now. So
self-driving flipping cars. Whoops!
Yeah.
God, they could do like a whole army of self-driving cars.
You're gonna see helicopters with flying drones and shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
But I mean, you brought up David Bruckner and Hellraiser earlier. What do you guys think of that?
I thought it was, I mean, just, another thing is I think another reason why I enjoyed it so much is because I've been craving a new Hellraiser movie that's actually watchable, And when that came out, I wouldn't say I was blown away by it, but I was just really surprised at how much I liked it and how I was able to get through it without any real issues with it. But there is like some things about it where it does seem like with the Cenobites, it really takes too long for them to get inside that house there. I understand that, but it kind of adds to the creepy factor of it. And you do see that there's like certain limits where like the Cenobites can't really reach in certain areas. Like you see how like they're blocked off. But I just thought, the new Hellraiser did a good job at, just modernizing the whole thing, with the one character just, having trouble with drugs and everything. I thought it was pretty relatable stuff, and just the look of the new box and everything, and even like the opening scene, how the movie opened up, it just looked like it was
I like the ending to it too. I thought that was a trip.
Yeah,
I like it.
And like the whole thing, like when you get to see like the whole Leviathan inside the house, like the house within the house kind of thing, I thought that was so cool, man.
His true vision of Leviathan. Yeah, because he's talked about that. Even Doug Bradley talked about it. Barker's true vision of Leviathan. He didn't think he did it right in Hellbound. What his true vision of what Leviathan was, So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look, I don't know. There was just something that didn't sit right for me on that film. Like, I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. I enjoyed the performances. I enjoyed the horror, but it just didn't feel like Hellraiser to me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I know, like, when I first heard that we're going to have a female Cenobite, which relates back to the original novel and everything, I just wasn't too excited on that. But once, like, we finally get to it and you get to see Pinhead and everything, like, even her voice, how raspy it is just like, oh, God. It's, like, just creepy as hell to hear her talk.
Yeah. And, I mean, you've got other remakes, like, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake on Netflix, which apparently they're still going forward with a sequel to that one.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I like that film for what it was. They had to go through changes with it. The story behind that is crazy. The story behind that film is crazy. So,
yeah, there was a lot of shit going on down behind the scenes. But Dude, you've got a guy with a chainsaw on a fucking bus. You do not say, "We'll cancel you, bro." You get the fuck
a
out.
great scene
All right,
though,
I'm
where he murders
sorry.
the whole fucking bus. That's a great scene
Oh,
though. They're all trapped in
dude.
there, and he just goes ape shit on there.
Yeah.
I hated that movie.
Yeah, look, it's not. It's definitely got its issues. Like, there's no doubt about it. But
the problem is, I think, with everybody, which I kind of agree with, is like, did we really need it? Did we really need it?
No.
Not really, but like
yeah.
they did. Like, how do you take the Sally character and just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm back for revenge"? Like, no, I'm sorry, you're in a mental hospital for the rest of your life, honey. You ain't coming out with a fucking shotgun. Fucking what? 40 years later? Fuck out of here.
you're not.
Because that's
She was
what they
like
were
a
going to do.
Texas
The
Ranger.
original cut. I mean, like, because they did a private showing for that, and the audience is like, no, because they're going to mention a school shooting. That's what they're going to do, and they're like, this is a big fucking no-no. What the hell are you thinking? And it's like, dude, and then they got a new director for it, and then they pitched it to Netflix. Lionsgate did, and they're like, going, yeah, we'll take it. So
yeah, I mean, the characters are just not good. Like, they're supposed to have this big backstory and all that shit. I get that, but
Juno approved.
Yeah. Just, I was so glad to see that ending. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
like that bitch deserved it. I'm sorry. Like,
they did.
But I mean,
There was some stuff
the,
in there that I wasn't comfortable with. So
yeah, you look at the other Texas Chainsaw remakes that they did, or sequels. After they did Texas Chainsaw, like the remake with Jessica Biel, and then they came out with all these sequels and remakes and sort of, you know, prequels and whatnot. And then they had that one with Alexandra Daddario.
Oh yeah, Texas Chainsaw. Yeah,
3D or
She
something
was such
like
a
that.
great part of that movie.
she
was the only good part of that fucking movie. Like, seriously.
She made.
I like the beginning. I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The beginning. I actually really like that film.
She helped it so much. She really.
So I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
She gave you something great to look at, you know?
She did. She did.
That Easter egg, though, at the end is priceless.
Oh, right.
She's a very sweet person. She's nice.
That is one thing Juno makes a good point too. Like, you don't want to root for the person doing the killing. You just don't. You know, you just don't. Sometimes it's like you're thinking, God, I hope they survive. But when it doesn't come to that, if you can have fun with it, that's fine. But man,
I'm gonna have to check out, guys. I'm about to pull on my face and dark spot. Where
Right.
did you go? I'll look over to look for Nick. I seen a fucking turtle.
oh yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
You had to go
It's
up.
tough doing 3 streams in one day.
Man, I'm tired.
Yeah, dude, I've done the 3 streams in one day before. It's rough.
Yeah, it's a rough one, dude. You're like me, man.
Just,
It's like I get that
something
way too.
about streaming just drains you, man. I don't know what the fuck it is.
It does.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to, but yeah, I'm gonna lay down and stretch out and get comfortable in the air conditioning.
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, you stream, like you're staring at your screen for such a, like, you know, for a while there, like, you know, 3 streams in one day, you're just staring at that little screen, and before you know, you're just completely like worn out.
It gives me a headache too, man. It gives me a migraine.
Yeah.
Well, that happens. Yeah, that happens to me too.
Hey, sorry about that. I just had to take a quick phone call.
Hey, Ninja, man, I'm gonna have to get off here and go lay down, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Though. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. I know you've had a busy fucking day. Like, you've been flat out, so yeah. But yeah,
anytime, man.
You
Much
are the
love,
horror
man.
YouTuber of the month. You take it easy, man.
Take care, Keith.
See you later, man.
Take care, Keith. See you later.
Yes, earlier today.
Yeah, you guys
Take care, my brother. See you tomorrow.
And then there were 4. Yeah.
4 horsemen.
No, so shout out to Keith. Yeah, he is horror YouTuber of the month, so you've got to give him props to that. It's something he has been after for quite some time. It's good to see him get the recognition that he does deserve, because he puts in a lot of hard work. So yeah, definitely big shout out to Keith, and check out his channel. I'll pop, obviously, if anyone in the chat isn't subscribed, from which you all better be, yeah, I'll pop his link, and I'll pop all your links in the description down below so everyone can subscribe. But check out his Horror YouTuber of the Month stream and vote for the next Horror YouTuber of the Month, which is, you've got two of us right here. So,
That's right. Best beard on YouTube. One of the best beards. Excuse me.
But Larry over at the Horror Cat Dad's got a good question here. He's saying if they were to remake Phantasm, who could you see playing the tall man? Immediately for me, I would have to say either John Lithgow or maybe Christopher Walken.
Okay.
Paul Bettany?
Yeah, that's a good pick.
He's a taller dude. I mean, he's long gone, of course, like that, but the very late great Christopher Lee, I think would make a great tall man.
Tony Todd.
Yeah, Tony Todd would be cool. Change it up, but then people will say, "Oh, it's fucking woke,"
Yeah, you could put Tony Todd in anything, and he's fucking good, right?
Oh, yes, I totally agree. That's a good question.
But there's Walken is a great choice.
Christopher Walken.
The problem is a lot of those actors.
I can't see that.
They're getting on, like Tony Todd, Christopher Walken. They're getting on. If you're going to do a Phantasm film,
Danny DeVito.
I would actually pay to see that.
The small man, not the tall man, the little man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's like the
tiny man.
Complete opposite. Yeah, I do hope he comes back. Well, Peter Dinklage is the Toxic Avenger in the remake.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how they're going to do that, but hey, I'm down for it.
You should do the new Leprechaun. I should stop while I'm ahead.
Hey.
The weirdest thing, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
No, I was just saying, he said it, not me. I'm not getting cancelled.
But I was going to say,
can do anything he wants.
One of the weirdest things about Dinklage, though, was seeing him play Hervé Villachez in this like sort of biopic about when he was of Hervé Villachez, which was like really fucking weird, and he actually pulled it off. So it was like, holy shit, this is. I mean, not like he wouldn't, but it was still, I thought, a really strange role because he has to have the accent and everything. Peter
Dinklage, he's a very good actor. He was in it's called Rememory. It's on it was on Netflix. It's like a sci-fi type of a thing. Yeah.
He did one called I Think We're Alone Now, which was
a
pandemic kind of thing. But yeah, he was great in that. Like I think he was with Elle Fanning as well. From memory, that was a really good film. Like he did a standout job.
The tall man too. What's his name? He played Shaggy in Scooby Doo. He'd make a good tall man. I forget his name now.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Can't see.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Yeah. Although that being said, Five Nights at Freddy's, I didn't like the fucking movie, but I liked him.
Yeah.
I liked him in the movie. He was effective as a villain in that movie, but overall, I didn't. If you want something with animatronic killers, go watch Willy's Wonderland or Wally's Wonderland, the one with Nick Cage.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that movie. I actually got my partner to watch it, and she actually really enjoyed it too.
Even though I know people, I know it is what it is, but Tobin Bell, I can see playing the tall man.
Yeah,
I don't know. He has that voice.
I can see that a lot better than Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if Lillard did do it, they'd have to put a lot of makeup on him, and make him look older.
Yeah.
You could get Matthew Modine.
Modine. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mikey's brought up a good one. David Morse.
Yeah,
very underrated actor. Very underrated. He's always good.
Yeah, I've heard of him before. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, dude, he's one of those ones that you've seen him in so many things, and every time you see him, good. I'm going to put out William Fichtner.
Oh man, yeah.
There's a whole heap of them, but I mean, let's be honest.
Ron Perlman
is iconic.
I mean,
All right. you got the tall man, but who would take on for Reggie?
Reggie? Oh, that's all you. I mean, I haven't seen like a lot of them other than Mad Max, and yeah.
I don't know if Mad Max would come under Ozploitation, but probably the top one is going to be Turkey Shoot.
Huh.
What about for Reggie? We'll get Ron Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy, dude! I haven't seen him with the bicycle and that ice cream bicycle truck thing that he has.
Yeah, probably rounding out the top 5 would be movies like Patrick.
Oh, that's right,
Razorback.
Patrick.
Razorback's a good wild boar film. Like it's creature feature all the way. Road Games with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Stacey
Peach. Okay, Scream Factory has that, right? Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif could play Reggie.
I'm gonna say Undead. I don't know if Undead counts as Ozploitation, but it's a fucking good zombie horror film. Brad Dourif.
Isn't there one with Sam Neill in it too? Was it Sleeping Dogs?
I've heard of that one.
I haven't. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen it though. Death Warmed Up. Have you all seen Death Warmed Up?
I haven't, but I've heard of it. That's a Severin, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mikey's seen all the good ones.
Yeah. Mikey knows his shit.
You know what's another one, actually? Wake and Fright with Donald Pleasance.
Huh.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
It's really just like, it's Donald Pleasance and this other Australian guy. Like, they just get drunk. Yeah. I know at one point they fight kangaroos.
Oh, God.
And it's like they just get drunk and do like the most nonsense shit ever. But it really is like, in a way, like works like a time period type of movie. But I'd say the title might be a little misleading. It might make you think it's a horror movie, but it's definitely way more than that.
Yeah. Now I think, or is it Larry? You need to see Razorback. Yeah, you do. It's
you know what's actually really good about Razorback that I never hear anybody talk about is like Razorback is actually very stylish at times.
Yeah.
Like you'll see like these very cool scenes where like you see like dead animal bones and shit and like colors that kind of change in certain areas. But it does seem like a lot of people get turned off by those two brothers that are just like complete scumbags. Like it's like whenever I talk to people about the movie, they're always, I can't stand those two guys. I'm like, what? I love those guys. Like those guys make the movie for me.
Nice.
Now I'm not 100% sure if this will work, but this is Umbrella have a free streaming service. I'm not sure if it's just available in Australia, but there's a link there. You can get Razorback on there. You can watch it for free.
Oh, nice.
It's such a good, if you can get it, I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it's just available in Australia or whatever, but damn, there is some good shit on there.
Yeah, I think Razorback is the #1 best Jaws ripoff of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, on the back of the movie, it says, it's like Jaws on trotters. It says it's on the back.
Did you guys ever see Boar?
Yeah.
I've heard about Boar, but I've not seen that. Is Boar the one with Nathan Jones in it, or is it Razorback?
That's the one.
Yeah.
No,
former pro wrestler. Yeah. Dude's fucking huge.
He is.
Big, scary man. Big, scary man.
It was Chris Sun did this, and it was, I think he did this after he did Charlie's Farm, which also has Nathan Jones in it. Oh, I met Bill Moseley while he was filming Charlie's Farm, and he told me he was doing another one from the same director, and he was like really excited by it. And I'm like, all right, I'll check it out when it comes out. And I was not disappointed with it. It's
That was
so
on
much
Shudder
fun.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Jason, have you ever seen what's it called? Came out in like 2007, the Killer Croc movie called Rogue.
Hell yeah. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I like
that was
that one.
quite good. Yeah, I was
That's
impressed by
good.
that.
I mean, the crocodile in there, the way it moves in the third act, in the final act, it looks like a freaking dinosaur, man. Like it looks ancient and just evil. I mean, yeah, it's an animal that can't be evil, but it looks good.
Animal attack film. Yeah.
Yeah, that croc is
Oh, yeah.
massive in that movie.
Yeah. What's the exploitation ripoff of Terminator with Carrie Fisher? Oh, that was.
I've heard of it. I know what he's talking about. Oh.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a movie. I was at a screening one night, and they were showing a bunch of movies, and one of them was Lady Terminator.
I've heard of that.
You guys ever see Lady Terminator? It's like an exploitation movie.
It's like Cherry 3000.
Hey, Cherry 3000 will not have a bad. That's a great movie. It's
Rick and Morty.
It's,
Before Rick and Morty. Yeah. It is straight up Rick and Morty before Rick and Morty. It's crazy the way that film is.
I think he's talking about the trash picture. Are you talking about the Time Guardian?
Oh,
from 1987.
The Time
Guardian. I reckon that's the one. That's an Australian one. I saw it years and years ago. Crocodile. Dude, you know what? Don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud because we're going to have Wild Eye Pictures come over to Australia and we don't fucking want them over here. Yeah. If they're watching this and they see that, I'm blaming you. That being said, if they said, hey, Ginja Ninja, we want you in our movie, I'll be like, all right, I'll still do it.
Romper stomp.
I have come back in time to fuck you. Romper Stomp is like that movie is hardcore. Like it's an Australian version of American History X, essentially.
Whoa. Oh wow, okay.
It's full on. Russell Crowe in one of his early roles.
Okay.
Yeah. Really good. If you haven't seen it and you want something dark and brutal, that's something to look at.
Darkest I've seen Russell Crowe in was recently, and that's Unhinged.
Oh, he was pretty brutal in that.
Yeah. He lost his accent though.
Yeah. Well, he seems to be doing different accents all the time now. So Italian, Greek, American, he's just doing accents. Like that's all he's known for.
Spaniard.
Now.
Yeah. I don't cheer for you, Spaniard.
Did you ever see Man with the Iron Fists?
I have not. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Isn't that the movie he made with RZA or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so much fun. Like it's bad, but it's fun. I recommend you check it out. Russell Crowe also did one recently called Sleeping Dogs. And I was getting it kind of confused with that. But yeah, I don't know if that one sounds pretty dark. It's an ex-homicide detective with memory loss is forced to solve a brutal murder. Only to uncover chilling secrets from his forgotten past. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I saw the ad for it on Look Movie yesterday. It was put on there, but when I was reading the synopsis, I was like, okay, this sounds like True Detective Season 3.
I haven't seen True Detective Season 3. I really wanted to.
Because that's exactly what happens in Season 3. It's a detective who has memory loss, and he's having trouble remembering things, and I was just like, wow, okay, it's the same concept. But, I mean, it does look good, though, from what looked like seeing the trailer for it. It does look interesting, though.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that that doco, but I have heard about it. Not quite Hollywood. I heard it's really good. goes through like Alvin Purple films, like all the Australian sex comedies that came out in the 70s, all the way through to the Ozploitation and all those kind of movies. So yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty good. Now, I was thinking of something else before I got sidetracked by that. Now I've completely forgot what it was. I don't want to do that.
Mikey
It
mentioned
happens to me all the time.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I know Vinegar Syndrome released that one with oh god, what's her name? It's a revenge type of a thing, but she's like a cyborg type of a thing.
There was a whole host of those ones that came out.
I think Jeffrey Combs is in that movie. It's like his girlfriend gets killed, and he like builds her again, and like he ends up building like this robotic. Oh man, what the fuck?
Kind of like Deadly Friend a little bit, but different. Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, but it's more sci-fi. Like Deadly Friend is more horror.
Yeah.
You know.
And no balls being thrown at Throw Mama from the Train. So.
You know what movie Jeffrey Combs is actually really good in and nobody ever talks about is Fortress with Christopher Lambert, which was directed by Stuart Gordon. But Jeffrey Combs, like he plays this guy that's completely shot out of his mind, and it's so convincing. Like it makes you feel like you're watching a guy that lived through Vietnam or something.
Tony from Masters of the 80s loves that film. Fortress and stuff like that. Yeah. They did a sequel to that too with Christopher Lambert in it.
Yeah, the sequel was kind of forgettable, but the original film is pretty fun.
Have you guys ever seen The Demolitionist?
With Christian Bale? No.
No, that's The Machinist. This is The Demolitionist. Nicole Eggert, Bruce Abbott, Richard Grieco.
Oh. Interesting.
That's a murdered police officer who's brought back to life by a cold-hearted scientist. And it's just batshit crazy.
Nice.
But Fortress is great. I do enjoy that. And I don't know why it doesn't get talked about as much, but it had a decent sequel, like Fortress 2 Re-Entry as well. Like, that was fun.
Yeah, I didn't care for the sequel that much. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it again because I can't remember much from it, but I just didn't like it as much as the original.
Yeah. But you are right. Jeffrey Combs was like insane in that original. Like the only one I didn't really like Jeffrey Combs in was Castle Freak.
Yeah, his character is like he's like a typical dad in that type of movie. It's just he doesn't bring much to the character in that.
Yeah. What I saw him in Cyclone recently. Or what was it? Shit. I can.
You do a lot of films and reviews too, so it's easy to sometimes skip over them, but you can remember it.
It's this weird fucking motorcycle one, and he plays this nerd. He actually doesn't look like a nerd, though. That's the funny thing. Like he looks like just an average guy. And they're saying he's a science nerd, and I get it. It's what he's known for. But yeah, it's a really good, cheap, but so cheap. Yeah, Cyclone. That's what it's called. It's out there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. If you see the cover, you know it's about. It's cheap. It's cheesy. It's they make some massive it's Fred Olen Ray who does it. So it's going to be cheesy and it's going to be sleazy. At least
Jeffrey Combs in the Creepshow series from season 1, he plays a Nazi, and it's Nazis and werewolves, and like the one story from season 1 of Creepshow, but he plays a really convincing Nazi SS officer.
Yeah. Martin Landau's in it as well, and that was surprising to me.
Yeah,
because he's well-known actor, and I don't know. I don't know.
It's like with when I finally watched it, The Brain, with
another
actor that's in Reanimator. I love The Brain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's a good
Brain's fucking great.
Yeah,
it's got good practical in it too.
Yeah,
that's what I liked about it. The practical effects are freaking amazing in it, and they still hold up today.
They do.
the movie itself is pretty average. Like, if I'm being honest, but the special effects are awesome in it.
Oh, the opening scene with the girl in the bedroom. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. It's a trip though. Like, it's a real trip. But talking of Christmas films, like Rabbit, I completely forgot that was a Christmas film. I completely forgot. I'm like, how did I forget that's a Christmas film? Why is that not on my Christmas film rotation?
Rabbit's
you know what's funny? Like, it's funny you mention that because there's times where I'll Google like Christmas horror movies, and that always pops up, and I always go, "No, it's not," and we've always overlooked like, "No, it's not," but it actually
going on. Yeah, when it's going on and all that stuff too. So it's
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to start wrapping this up now. Sean, have you got anything coming up on your channel that you would like to take a moment to mention? Anything? Any streams?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, on Tuesday, we're gonna do a watch party for Taxi Driver, and then Friday we're gonna have my birthday bash. We'll be watching The Big Lebowski. So both of those are at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's all that's coming up on the channel right now.
Yeah, just for that, I'm going to wear my Big Lebowski T-shirt in honor of that day.
So a Hawaiian shirt there, nice.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like the time difference. You might not be able to make the panel because of the time difference, but I mean, if you do find time and you want to come up on the panel, just let me know. I'll drop the link or I'll send it to you beforehand.
Yeah, no, I'll be at work at that time usually, so very rare that I can get on a stream. But I'll see what's happening. If I can sort of jump in for a bit, I'll do my best.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe in the future though, I can end up setting up a watch party that you can maybe join for us. Like maybe we'll do something earlier in the day that's more accommodating for you, make it easier for you to show up. So maybe we'll talk more about that in the future about getting you on the panel for something at a different time that's more easy for you to do.
Yeah. I gotta say, Trash. Yeah, Barbara Crampton in From Beyond.
Machi.
Yeah, she still holds up even.
I saw her Body Double, dude. That scene in Body Double, dude. He all opens the door and she's all riding dude in his house, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm over it."
Yeah, what's that? That new one she did, the Flesh, Suitable Flesh.
Yeah, Suitable Flesh. Yeah, I heard that's quite good.
And Heather Graham is gorgeous in it. And the movie itself is good too.
Heather Grant,
so definitely, yeah. Chris, how about yourself? What do you got coming up on your screen? You are also in the running for Horror YouTuber of the Month. So
I am. It is
so halfway through. We'll see who wins. It's a race to the finish now.
It's all just for the love of the community. Really gives us an excuse to check out these other great channels, and
for sure.
Yeah. All in fun, all for the passion. So tomorrow, with Keith Agoraphobe doing a watch along of the OG Friday the 13th. It's my all-time favorite slasher. So expect that tomorrow around 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over here. Around that time, that suits Keith better. It is on a Monday. Something geeky on Thursday with If Caveman Can Make It with Caveman and Jeffrey, aka John Doe Juggalo, and then something freaky on Saturday. Since you're doing something on Friday, Sean, we'll talk about that one. And other than that, just doing the do, taking my time.
Nice one. Tex, how about yourself? What's on the? I won't say what's on the menu because you already had dinner. So what's happening with you?
Well, Wednesday there's going to be a general discussion stream just like this. Probably other craziness, and then I've been meaning to do another unboxing video for some stuff that I got from Orbit a while back. So I need to get in gear and get that one going. And that's pretty much it as far as what I've got going on. I mean, Sean and I are trying to schedule maybe some watch alongs on my channel as well. So there's a few things that I want to do, and get those out there, you know. But
Yeah.
you know,
it's all
there
about
won't-
finding the time and stuff as well.
right. And I don't want to, you know, mess with anybody else's kind of schedule, you know, and stuff like that either, you know. And so, you know,
So
but I promise.
I kind of schedule mine around about this time, just because I know that no one's usually streaming, and it's hard to find a time.
Right. Yeah.
It is.
But I promise I
Yeah.
won't ever be talking about the same movies like 100 times. That's kind of an in joke, you know, and stuff. So.
Yeah, in joke. Yeah, I've already seen that. Why are you talking about it?
Because it's good.
Damn right.
Because it's good, and you need to watch it. If you haven't, you just
watch it again and again and again. Damn it.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what we do with movies. Like that's why we love them. We watch them.
That's what you want to do.
But hell yeah! Well, look, thank you guys for joining me today. It was much appreciated. For me, I do have the Toxic Avenger Part 2 coming out tomorrow. I'll be doing a review of that, and the Prophecy 4 Forsaken, I think, or Uprising.
Yeah, props to you for sitting through that, man.
Dude, that was tough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but look, some of the ones that I've got coming up after that are going to be even worse. So it's going to be a challenge to get through some of them. Like, I do plan on doing all the Hellraisers at one point.
Oh my goodness!
And that's I tried to do it with the Puppet Master at one stage. I couldn't get through the first one. I couldn't.
Wow.
But I will do Puppet Master as well one day. I'll sit through and suffer for my art.
Yeah, thanks for having us on though, Jason. I appreciate it, and good luck to everybody that's been nominated for this month's Horror YouTuber of the Month. So good luck to you guys.
And next Monday I will be doing a watch party as well for Night of the Creeps. So anyone wants to join, let me know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I haven't seen Night of the Creeps in a long time. It's actually been a couple years since I've watched it, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So
good news is, ladies, your dates are
I'm
here.
going to be sitting there. Bad news is they're dead.
Oh, Jason, and if you can do that clip for me, man, that would be cool.
Yeah, Sean's got my email, so my email is also on my channel. Flick me an email. Let me know how you want me to do it, and I'll get it done.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Good.
All right, everyone in the chat, thank you very much for joining, and have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
See you.
Good night. See you guys.
Have a good week, everyone.